Previously on Westwood Park.
But I want to make it up to you.
You do?
Yes. Will you give me the chance?
How can I be so sure that you've changed?
You'll only know that if you stick around to find out.
Yeah, well, I've changed. You think you could cope with that?
I don't know. It depends on what you mean by change.
Well, there you go already, laying down conditions.
That's not what I meant.
Brian, it really can't work out between the two of us, all right?
What? Is it because you still have the hots for this gardener?
Whatever.
Don't disappear.
Come, girl. Don't be stupid, Kenya. Ah, you're blushing too. Evan's a real nice guy. I mean, he's been a friend of the family for a real long time. He spends most of his time away there, but you two should get along just great. He likes all the things that you're into.
That's the thing. He's so perfect.
And?
Kenya, in case you've forgotten, I'm HIV positive. That's a real passion killer in a relationship, you know. Look at them. They're so melancholic.
They don't get on somebody comment.
Yeah, there.
Nice them. The poachers. All right, fellas, I'll just smile.
You mean just sit here and watch them slaughter these innocent little creatures?
They can hear us.
Maybe they should, then they would do something.
Yeah, and then we'll end up being shot
I
in the
don't
process.
care
Well, I
that.
came.
Hey, what the hell are you doing here?
I'm gonna say no pretty girl, but I'm glad they finally come to their senses. Be careful out there. There are plenty man out there waiting to try and confuse your brain. Don't fall into their trap, you hear me? Don't trust none of them.
Crystal, shut up. Sandra don't mind she girl. There are plenty good people out there. And I'm sure you go find some good man to take care
They
of.
don't have no such thing, trust me.
Sandra, you will write us, right? You'll give us the address and we'll write you. And I know you don't want to come back in here, but you could go and look for my children and see how they're going, and then come back and visit me and tell me how they're going.
Of course I will do that for you, Sylvia. If it wasn't for both of you, I don't know how I would have survived in this place. I will pray for all you. I want only come out, I want only to come and look for me in the ministry.
Ministry? Wait a minute, what ministry? I missed something.
You see what I mean? You'll be talking so much that they don't hear what anybody else saying. Sandra going and help the minister open a ministry.
No. Oh, God, girl, you can't be so dotish. I mean, that man is nothing but trouble. He only gonna take advantage of you. And just say you have a little savings, and? Well, is that what you want?
No, the minister is a good man.
Yes.
I say that about him. But he helped me a lot in here. And I feel I have to give back. And serving the Lord is the only way I know how. And I don't have nowhere else to go. He offered me a place to stay.
In the bed.
Oh, no, it's not like that. He's a nice man, yes, but it's not like that.
And what if it is? I find it sounding so romantic. Sandra deserves some romance in her life, man. Why you have to be so? Sandra, girl, you go and enjoy your life, eh, girl? Time to go now.
I just want you both to know that no matter where I am, if there's anything I can do to help, you all can count on me. I will be praying for all you.
Take care of yourself.
And watch out for that man, eh? I don't have a good feeling about him.
Don't worry about me, the Lord on my side.
Hey! You know where to find us if you need us.
Mark, you cannot marry that girl, okay?
Mom, I don't have time to discuss this.
Well,
okay?
make the time, damn it. Look, I am very serious, you know. I was against this marriage in the first place, and I am not going to support it now.
And who's the one that threw that huge engagement party and planned our honeymoon? Now the poor girl needs our help and you expect me to turn my back on her. How can you ever suggest that?
Look, Mark, all of that is true. But a lot of things have changed. Mark, you're not running a halfway house. And you are not a psychiatrist. Okay? Helena needs psychiatric therapy and you cannot give it to her. Leave her to the professionals and Herbert. Mark, you're young, okay? You're bright. You're a handsome man. Why do you want to saddle yourself with dead weight?
How could you be so hard?
Life is hard, Mark. And don't go being a softy like your father, eh? You could get yourself hurt.
I have to go now, okay? They're releasing Sandra from prison today.
Oh, yes, that's right. I suppose they don't have any reason to hold her anymore. You know, I should really go and visit them.
Yeah, that would be nice. But I don't think either of them would want to see you.
Have a heart after all.
You know, I think the decision to draw the charges against my mother, it had more to do with the holes in his heart. I mean, with a daughter in an asylum, and he has a son murdered under very strange circumstances, he needs all the help he can get if he intends to run for office next year. And I know he intends to run for office.
Maya, you realize that it's your father you're talking about and it's your brother that's been killed?
Yeah, well, thank you for that genealogical breakdown, Dax Chase. But as far as I'm concerned, I do not have a father, and Richard could have been a garbage man for all I care.
Boy, am I seeing a completely different side of you.
And which side is this, Dax? You know how I feel about my father. As far as Richard is concerned, I have no real feelings about his death because I hardly even knew him, okay? Yes, I do feel sorry for Helena, but there's nothing I can do for her. And besides, I'm sure she's already feeling quite threatened by my presence. Though the further away I stay from her, the better for her.
Helena, I should give her a call, and she must be in a mess.
Why was she Richard close?
I didn't get her impression, but she's very fragile, you know, and I doubt she handling the situation well.
You seem to care a great deal for her.
Yes, I do. I mean, she's a special person. She has a lot to offer, but she just doesn't know how much. Maya, it's not like that. I just feel sorry for her because she doesn't seem to have much support, except for Mark. And I don't think he knows how to handle her situation. So tell me, how you feel about your mother coming to live with you?
Nice segue, Dax Chase. By the chat hook today. Dax, I'm just so happy and excited to finally have someone in my life to call mother. Do you have any idea how this feels? It's like having somebody come out from the dead. I mean, I wish all those years weren't wasted us not knowing each other, but I can't dwell on the past.
I understand how you feel, because I imagine I would have felt the same way if my mother were to show up in my life now.
Where's your mother, Dax?
I don't know. My grandmother always told me she was dead. What I know, though, is that she was one of a twin. They left home when they were young, and my grandmother said she never saw them after that. And you know, when my mother had me, she immediately took me to my grandmother's house and never looked back. I mean, she used to send money every now and again, and that is when my grandmother saved up to send me to school. But other than that, I didn't know where she lived.
My goodness, Dax, why didn't you say something? And here I am so wrapped up in all of my problems, I just completely ignored yours.
We can only handle one family problem at a time.
I don't know how to thank you for all you've done for us.
I'll think of something.
We should go, it's getting late.
I don't understand it, Max. The last time I met with her, she did not display the symptoms of a person on the brink of such an extreme breakdown.
Yes, Vincent, but her brother died tragically in her own house. Now, a loss like that could trigger this sort of reaction.
I don't think they were that close that it would have affected her this drastically. Every time I approach the subject of her brother, she just gets extremely defensive.
Well, it could be that her brother's death has caused a sense of grief due to their unresolved relationship. Or maybe he's the root of the problem. Now, the paper said that she wasn't even there when the whole thing happened. But do you believe that?
No, I don't. Because, by the sounds of things, she didn't just hear about the murder. It sounds like she witnessed something. I mean, just look at her.
Yeah. But Vincent, there's nothing we can do until she's ready to face her own demons.
Well, that's what we are here for, Max.
Well, it's getting kind of late. I don't think I'm going to stay much longer. I think I'm going to go play some squash.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I could really do with the time off. I've done everything I can today. There's nothing else I can do for her. She's well sedated, and at least she's going to get a good night's sleep, so let's go.
These things into motion. Got to let the people know what we're here for. Got to let them know. Kenya.
Hey, hi Brian.
Hi, what are you doing up here?
I just thought I'd come and sign up for some classes until I decide what I want to do.
Hey, that's great. What are you signing up for?
Music and dance electives.
What? We need to talk.
Oh gosh, we have to move.
Music and dance electives. What is that?
Well, I'm doing a certificate at the Creative Arts Center, okay?
Like what? Steel band and limbo?
What is that supposed to mean? What's wrong with my choice?
You can't make a living off of that. Where you expect to become a career best village performer?
I don't know, but at least I'll get in touch with my roots, which is something you might want to try sometime.
Kenny, I don't understand you, you know. You have real talent in dance. Why you don't go to a school like Juilliard or something and become a professional dancer?
And what's so wrong with folk dancing?
You are so unpredictable, eh? That's what I love about you. When you see we're married, never a dull moment.
Brian, we still going to lunch or what?
And your predictability is what will make sure we never have a marriage.
She's just in my study group.
Really? I didn't know they taught the Kama Sutra here. Who's that guy?
Would you please listen to me? Shh!
What's his name?
What difference does it make? He's not your type.
Look, just tell me his name and go eat your lunch, because your friend here looking real hungry.
His name is Daniel Isaacs, okay?
Good. That's all you have to say.
Are we not through talking as yet, eh?
How you doing, son?
You're gonna love the new apartment. It's furnished beautifully. Got a good deal going in. The landlord is great. And Dax and I have started a new business.
That's wonderful, young lady, but I'm afraid all that won't be necessary.
Maya, you remember I told you Pastor asked me to help him with the ministry? And that would be a full-time job. You know the Lord's work is never done. You offer me a place to stay on the compound.
Yes, it's a wonderful place. Quiet, very large, and it's environmentally friendly.
I just wanted us to spend some time together alone.
We will be together. I just didn't want to be a burden to you. And working for the pastor, I could earn a living and still help out with the community. And you hear what the pastor say? The place big enough for both of us.
My place is perfect for my work. I just want to get to know you as a mother.
But you will. We will get to know each other. This is the beginning. It's not the end. And once you know the Lord, all relationships will fall in place.
Amen, sister. Now, I think we better be heading to the ministry.
All right, you will come up, okay? For dinner, self?
Maya. Hi. Hey, Jax, what's up?
How you doing, sir?
Was that Sandra? So what happened? I'm sorry I got here so late. My mother... Look, forget that. So where's Sandra going?
Off to the pastors.
What you mean?
No, she thinks she has a calling, so she's going to help him with the ministry.
Well, I'm happy to see that things are falling into place for us so quickly. I was really kind of worried about what she'll do next.
I just hope she's making the right decision.
Don't worry about it. We'll keep an eye on her.
I just think you're worrying unnecessarily. I'm sorry.
Monique. It is Monique, right?
Yes. Ivan, right?
Yeah. How are you doing? I've been trying to get a hold of you since we last met. What have you been up to?
Oh, nothing. Just a little bit of this and a little of that. What are you doing here?
I have a partner who does some volunteer work here a couple times a week. What are you doing here?
Oh, I also do volunteer work a few times a week here.
Good for you. I can't bring myself to work with AIDS victims as in. I know it's stupid, but I have to really psych up myself to come in contact with them and feel that I'm not going to get in.
All right, well, see you around, all right?
Ivan, introduce me.
Monique, wait a minute. My friend Kai wants to meet you.
I saw you the other night at the party, but Loverboy here hugged you all to himself. I'm Kai.
Monique, nice to meet you. I have to go now.
Aren't you the person organizing the AIDS benefit concert?
Yes? How did you know about that?
I do volunteer work here 3 times a week. That's quite an ambitious project. I would love to help you. Do you need help?
Well, Kai, it's a big commitment. If you want to get involved, you'd have to promise to give it your all, or else it wouldn't make much sense. Do you think you have the time for such an involved project?
Sure, why not? Apart from being here, I just spend the rest of the time liming. I think what you're doing is wonderful. I'd love to get involved, and I also believe in the cause. So where do we begin, boss?
Monique, guess what? I just met Trent Darcy at lunch, and he said he would perform for free at the concert. Isn't that great?
That's fabulous, Nadine. Good. Nadine, meet Ivan and Kai.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
nice to meet you.
Hi.
Are you going to be working with us?
Well,
Yes.
you shouldn't get yourself involved in situations you don't know enough about, you know.
Look, I'm an adventurous kind of guy. I'll take my chances. Have you organized the bars yet?
No.
Well, I'll get on that then. I'll report to you later.
Bye.
You're a real cute boy. What's his story?
He's a friend of Ivan. He was at the Lime at the Marina the other night. He seems nice, but
But he backpedaling because he had HIV or what?
they don't know. And Ivan just made some stupid comment about being unable to deal with HIV victims, so I don't know what to do.
The last thing you need is stress, especially over a man. You just concentrate on your health, all right?
Time for you all to wake up and stop waiting for the system to work for you. You have the power to change the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be part of the silent majority. Don't come like one of them zombies out there just towing a line.
All right.
Don't let Babylon intimidate you. You have the power to speak up. Speak out. Speak out against injustice. Speak out against poverty. Speak out against censorship. The Brothers Against Discrimination are holding daily meetings at the Student Guild at lunchtime. This is your chance to change your future. Chart your course. Don't be swept up in a tide of inertia and ineptitude.
Yes.
Yeah. Take one of these. Get some more information. You should try to come to some more of the meetings. You look like someone who would benefit from them.
Why do you think so?
No. I'm not trying to judge. It's just that you look like you're caught up in a lifestyle that you're totally uncomfortable with.
Well, you're not too far for that assessment.
So what's your name, Your Highness?
Are you making fun of me?
No, 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 no. It's just that you have such a regal look about you, sort of like a Nubian princess.
You have real lyrics, boy.
So what's your name?
My name is Kenya.
Kenya, the cradle of mankind. That's quite a name to live up to, you know.
Well, I wasn't aware that I had to live up to my name.
It's just that your name carries a lot of weight with it. The first human was found there. It was the seat of the Mau Mau uprising. That was a fight against all social injustice. Your name means that you cannot sit back and become mired in a bog of bourgeois inertia.
I think you left your soapbox back there, you know. What's your name?
Daniel Isaac.
Oh, so I suppose you're living up to your name by jumping into the lion's den?
Sort of, you know, but actually, my name means God is my judge, and therefore I'm not trapped by anyone else's judgment of me. I just believe in doing what's just without fear of being judged by anyone else.
Well, it's my first day here, so this is a little more than I bargained for.
Trust me, my Nubian princess, you never get more than you can handle. And I think it's destiny that brought us together. And I sense this urge to shed that cocoon and spread your beautiful wings.
Okay, I think I'd better fly these beautiful wings back to my next class so I wouldn't get thrown out before I could even carve my name on a desk. I'll try to come to one of your meetings.
Okay, I'll look forward to that day. See you, my Nubian princess.
Well, this is an anticlimax.
Are you going to the pastor's dinner?
No, I don't think I can deal with a family dinner right now. Unless you're my mother and the pastor is not around.
Maya, what you have against this man?
That is a stupid question if I ever heard one, Dax. I mean, I've just found my mother, and then this guy is coming into her life trying to complicate things. Plus, I don't trust him.
Look, you and your mother have been through trickier situations than this. This is just another hurdle to overcome. And you just find the best way to deal with it.
I'm not going to deal with things that I can't change. But I will deal with things that I can change. So what's our next case, Mr. Cheats?
Maya. Hold on, slow down. You just can't shut out the hurt and jump to something else.
Dax, this is how I've been dealing with situations all my life. I mean, I'm going to deal with my mother and our new situation as well, but all in time.
Okay. Talking about parents, how are you going to deal with your father?
The last thing I recall telling my father is that I'm going to bring him down. Does that answer your question?
I don't believe somebody as smart as you're going to waste valuable energy spiting someone.
I am not spiting anyone. I'm not going to sit here and plot to get back at my father. I just know it will happen. And this environmental watchdog agency would be the right avenue for it. He's going to be up to his old tricks again, Dax. And when he does, that is when I'm going to get him.
Maya, be careful. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into here.
Trust me. After what I went through with Herbert Gunmonroe, I know what to expect, okay?
I guess so, but still be careful. Herbert is someone you don't mess with. Not even if you're his daughter.
I know. I'm thinking of starting on a charisma paints.
Charisma paints? You see, that is not just environmental. Drugs involved in that. And that is an entirely different ballgame. Between myself, Roy Sutherland, and Jonathan, we have enough evidence to convict Williams. We're just not sure he's the head honcho. Which means that we are major targets, and by extension, you are a target as well. So please, if you can investigate something else, I'd appreciate that.
Okay. Well, there's this pig farmer up in the north. I got a name of a guy who's trying to set it up, the Mr. Ramprakash. He owns a chicken farm, and he has a lot of money, Dax. And I know that he seems to get his own way, so he must have somebody in his pocket.
Wonder who that could be.
Well, Sandra, we're finally here. This is your new home. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, Pastor.
Now that you're free from the chains of human injustice, it's now time to do the Lord's work. I'm so happy you're here to share my life and work with the ministry. What's wrong? You look like something's bothering you.
Nothing really.
Listen, don't say nothing's bothering you when you damn well know something is. Now spit it out.
It's just that I was worried about my daughter. Maya looked so disappointed when we left. I was just wondering if it's the right thing I did.
Look, your priority is to work for the Lord. Your daughter's just acting like a spoiled brat. It's not like you're in prison or anything. And besides, I am convinced that it's the work of the Lord that gets you out in the first place. So the least you can do is serve him with undivided reverence and humility. Look, we don't have any time around here for any whooping drama queens. So get on with it. Is that understood?
Quite. Perhaps it's not the place for me after all.
Wait, Sandra, wait. Listen. I'm sorry for being so inconsiderate, but there's so much on my mind right now, and there's all this responsibility that rests on my shoulders. And as it is, the home for those poor little orphan girls looks like the project is going to be squashed for lack of funds. Can you believe that? The bank's not going to give me the money unless I come up with some sort of collateral.
Sure, why not? Apart from being here, I just spend the rest of the time liming. I would love to get involved. I think what you're doing is wonderful. Look, I would love to get involved. I think what you're doing is wonderful, and I also believe in the cause. So, where do we begin?
Well, you can start by...
Monique, guess what?
Sure, why not? Apart from being here, I just spend the rest of the time liming. I think what you're doing is wonderful, and I'd love to get involved. So, where do we begin, boss?
What's so wrong with pole dancing?
Steel band and limbo.
So what's wrong with my choice?
Oh!
What's his name?
What difference does it make he's not your type?
Look, just tell me his name and go eat. Your lunch.
It's not like you're in prison or anything. And besides, I am convinced that the only reason why you get out I am convinced that the only reason why you got out is the work of the Lord. Your daughter's just acting like a spoiled brat. It's not like you're in prison or anything. And besides, make yourself comfortable. Now that you're free from the chains of human injustice.
Yeah, we get it.